Hello and welcome back to the Iman Project. This is the second episode in my mission to help end the addiction for social media in teens around the world today, Muslim and non-Muslim. In this specific video, we'll be looking at what social media is, and we're also going to be going a whole lot more in depth to understand the origin, the influence, and the future of social media. This episode will consist of 3 parts: the origin, the influence, and the future. And since this is the second episode in this series, it will be like 2. So, for example, 2.1 is the origin, 2.2 is the influence, and 2.3 is the future. Hopefully, you'll gain value from this video to be better informed on this topic of social media in today's world. This is social media, a modern invention. Social media is not a new invention, and most of you know that. It's been developing in the last 30 or so years. So the first recognizable social network is called Six Star, that was released in 1997, and it was the first one that allowed you to create a profile and talk to people and have different groups. From there, social media quickly evolved. 6 years later came MySpace and LinkedIn. These were used more for professional standards and business, but however, it still continued to evolve over time into a more social network. In 2004 came Facebook, and this was the global hit that was developed by Mark Zuckerberg. So many people were able to create accounts, share photos, videos, stories about anything that was happening in the world, and they were also able to add each other as friends, form groups, sell things, and as time went on, Facebook became the leading social media network, and it still is surprisingly today. In 2005 came YouTube, and this transformed the internet because it allowed users to easily create videos and share videos to widespread audiences. After that came Twitter in 2006, and it was a short form blog content which allowed users to not go over 240 words. So this made it more efficient for real-time updates, news, and other trendy information. From there, social media was quickly introduced worldwide, and many people all over the world owned it. 2010 came Instagram, 2014 had TikTok, and quickly everyone seemed like they had a form of social media. What made social media so addictive is that it was endless. You can never get bored, as you never know what you may stumble across. Now, to help describe the influence of social media, I'll be using the GWI report of social media report in 2023 to help further analyze what keeps people so addicted to social media. According to the report, in recent years, social media has hit a peak. So far in 2023, it has been a decreased amount from 2022, and this suggests that this is the max people can view social media. For example, in the US, screen time is down to 2 hours and 6 minutes average on social media every single day across the country. While this may seem like a shorter amount, you have to remember that it is an average of every single person, toddlers, babies, old people, and 2 hours and 6 minutes every day on social media is 2 hours and 6 minutes for every person in this country on social media on average is truly tragic. The worst part is not only has millennials and Generation Z been using social media more. In this past year, 12% of baby boomers and Gen X have been using social media more than they did the previous year. Facebook is still the leading social media network used by virtually every age group in the world. The reason why Facebook is so addictive and so time-consuming is it has all the aspects a social media can have. Video content, short-form content, buying, selling, discussions, it has everything. And this is what keeps people hooked, because they have one app that can do everything for them. And on average, 3 hours is spent on Facebook every day for people that have it downloaded. Now, on to TikTok. 60% of people on TikTok only use it for funny content. Funny as they describe it in this poll and report. Now, imagine you spend 3 hours is the average screen time for TikTok in Generation Z. Imagine 3 hours just to get funny content that you probably won't remember the next day. Imagine how detrimental that is to your health. The worst part is social media is now being used for everything. Where back then people used to find inspiration from walks, books, and stuff like this. Now, 11% of people find their inspiration only from social media. This will create like a homogeneous group of people that think and act the exact same. And the diversity in the world will cease to exist as everyone has the same trends, acts the exact same, and speaks the same way in social media. Now, let's talk about the future of social media. What is likely to happen is video-centric platforms will keep on growing the same way they already do. This will make short-form content especially popular more and more in this world. The sad thing about this is that people's attention spans will be severely reduced, as they already are in this world today, as the average attention span for a person is 3 seconds. While someone may be able to enjoy a nice song or a sunset in this world with the short form content attention span, it'll take someone 250 videos to acquire the same amounts of dopamine as they would from watching a sunset. In addition, short form content will likely decrease a person's creativity because more people are uploading the same exact type of content in the same way. And these are noticeably trends. As open TikTok and scroll down 10 times, you will likely find 3 videos that contain the same sound, audio, text, and just a different image or instance happening in the background. Next is AI. AI is increasingly growing more common in social media today, as AI art, AI scripts, AI videos these types are becoming increasingly more accessible than traditional ways of getting videos and photos. Soon, our world's entertainment will be produced solely by AI, and the human aspect of stories and art will cease to exist. Lastly, e-commerce and commercialization in social media. As you've probably noticed, social media has become more and more sponsored, and advertisements have been helping out through. As you've probably noticed, platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat have had more sponsorships and advertisements into their videos nowadays. Sadly, this will only increase in the future as commercialization has greatly been moved into social media, as recently it's been through billboards and paid advertisements. Now, it's probably going to affect social media greatly. In the future, you might not know what the creator is trying to get you to do. Soon in social media, everything's either going to try to get you to buy something, AI generated, or a copy, a replica of many people's posts. Social media is lacking creativity and the traditional values that made our life so great years ago. If you found value in this video, please like and subscribe, as it immensely helps our channel grow, as these videos are made solely for the purpose of helping young men and teens around the world, Muslim and non-Muslim.